I'm straight holy nuts. I don't want friends, I want Audis. Smoking on booth in his Maui. I check the bitch like I'm...
Alright, so today I'm going to do a video about plastic surgery. Welcome to the channel. You're here. So today we're going to be talking about the plastic surgery that I got. I got a tummy tuck and a BBL and lipo. That's what I had got in 2017. I'm going to put pictures and stuff in the video of my before pictures, of my after pictures, and what, 4 years later now. So I'm going to do that as well. But yes, this is going to be for the individuals who's been thinking about getting surgery, who wants to know, like, why did I do it, or how did it feel, or whatever. This video is for you guys, people that's interested in getting plastic surgery. If you already have plastic surgery, you can also chime in with the comments below with your experience, who you went to, where'd you go, what you got done, things like that. But for me, I got, like I said, a tummy tuck, a BBL, and lipo. And I did 2 rounds of lipo. I did like a second round like a year and a half later of lipo. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm gonna put a picture right here. This is what I used to look like. Now, I was always skinny in high school, but you know how girls are. We always thought we was fat. But I wasn't fat. I was skinny in high school. After I had kids, I got fat. And then I started my weight loss journey then after that. I started working out on my own. I had lost weight. I had got super skinny. I didn't like that I was super skinny, but it was okay because I was modeling at the time. But I was super skinny. But my stomach, from having 3 kids, it would never go flat. So I had went to different doctors. I also had checked out Sonabella, which is also like just a less intense liposuction facility rather than just regular lipo. And they the ones who told me that I needed a tummy tuck. That it didn't matter whatever I did. I even had trainers too. I even made a plan with my trainer at that time. If I can't get my stomach down in 3 months, I'm gonna go get a tummy tuck. Versus what Sonabella had told me, saying that I actually needed a tummy tuck. So that's what happened. I had a friend who had went to Mexico, Tijuana to be exact, before me. I can't remember the doctor's name, but I'm gonna put him here. He was great. He doesn't speak English, but he was great. But I went to Tijuana, Mexico, and I got me a tummy tuck. And it came with lipo in your back and a BBL transfer from your own fat to put in your butt. If you don't know what a BBL is, it's a Brazilian butt lift where they take your own fat, so it's nothing foreign in my body, and they just retake the fat from where I had it and they put it where I want it. So that's what I did, and it cost me roughly about $5,000 to do that, which is way cheaper than doing it in the States. Okay, way cheaper. And they do like a consultation. You can do it through email. You have to send pictures of yourself because nobody can just get up and go to Tijuana just for a consultation. So you could do it through email. You can send your height, weight, and pictures of yourself, and then they'll tell you if they can or not. Also, I liked about the doctor, even though you got there, if they'll do like all these different testing, and if your blood was low, if your heart rate was bad, they wouldn't operate on you. They didn't care. They would be like, well, you can't do it. You have to go back home, which I appreciate. Which for me, everything came out fine, and I didn't have that issue. So let's recap. All right, so I worked out first. So I wasn't one of those people that just was like, oh, I'm finna go get surgery. I actually tried first. Like, I actually tried. I worked out. I lost weight. I got pregnant again. I worked out, lost weight. Got pregnant again. Worked out, lost weight. And also, I didn't even have the money back then to do that. So I had no choice but to lose the weight on my own. Now, for me, I feel like people are against plastic surgery, and this is my opinion. It's because they can't afford it. Because I feel like if you could afford it, you would do it. And a lot of people that be like, oh, why you getting plastic surgery? When secretly they want it too, but they just can't afford it. But there's different ways that you can go around being able to get plastic surgery. There's called care credit. There's called, where if you have good credit, they'll give you credit, the credit limit to get your surgery, where you don't have to pay for it out your own pocket up front. You can do that. If you go to different surgery centers in your area, you can ask them about the care credit and how do you apply if they offer it. Also, just save your money. When you get your tax money, instead of buying bundles and stuff you don't need, get your body done. Like, get your body done. You don't have to go out of state. I mean, out of the country to get your body done, even though it's cheaper, but it also has more risk too. Like the girls that be going to DR, there's a lot of them that don't make it back. God rest their soul. And there's a lot of them that come back with infections. I didn't want to go that far. Plus, I didn't really know nothing about DR, and I felt comfortable going to the doctor in Tijuana because my friend had previously went through him, and she got a mommy makeover where she got her boobs, her tummy tuck, and lipo, and her BBL for $5,000. And she came back fine. She came back alive. No infection, none of that. So, I'm going to show my tummy tuck scar. I got an extended tummy tuck. So, it goes from hip to hip. I don't want to flash y'all, so I might just take a picture and just post it because I don't know how I'm going to do in this moment. So, but yes, so I made the decision to do the tummy tuck. At the time, my husband, I'm divorced now, he was against it. He felt like I didn't need it, but like most men, they don't be understanding. But later on, he got on board. To be honest, it gave me a boost of confidence. I always had a pretty face to me. I always thought I was pretty, but I didn't like the way my body was shaped. I didn't care if I had a big butt or not. Like I had nice hips and I had like a little booty. Little booty still matters. But I was just worried about my stomach. Like I felt like I was working my ass off to lose weight, and I had lost 60 pounds, and my stomach still was not flat at all. Like I had lost my boobs, I had lost my hips, I had lost the little booty I did have, my arms, everything got small. In my face, like everything got small, but my stomach was small, but it was still flabby. Like, and I didn't like that. And I had damaged skin, stretch marks galore, and the stretch marks didn't even bother me. It was just that my stomach was not flat, and I wanted a six-pack. I wanted some Ninja Turtle abs, okay? That's what I wanted. But that's why I decided to get a tummy tuck. So I did. I paid my money. They let you put $500 down and hold your date, and then when you come, you can pay the rest. And then you have to be down there for, I'm trying to think, y'all, this is so long ago. Be down there for 2 days minimum, because I didn't do a recovery house. I flew right back home because it wasn't a long flight, so I was able to come back home. But they do have recovery houses down there in Mexico, but I didn't do the recovery house. And no, the recovery house is not included in the $5,000. You have to pay more for that. But you stay 2 days down there. I was total down there maybe like 4 days because I went 2 days prior just to kind of like sightsee. And you can't nobody stay with you. So the person who goes with you, if you do take somebody, has to get a hotel room, because in the hospital you can't stay there. Only you could be in a hospital, and that was before COVID, so I could only imagine now. So yes, I did that. And then the pain, they give you okay, so the medicine comes with it as well, I believe. No, I'm lying. The medicine was like $100 something, but it was some good ass drugs. So they give you a bunch of medicine that you had to take, that you could take back home, like your to build your blood, the pain medicine, like all these. I don't even remember everything I took, but I had a bag full of medicine that I had to take. And then you come back home with a drain or whatever, and you could pay someone here to take all your stitches and your drains and stuff out, but I actually did it myself. Like, I know some people don't have like the stomach to do it, or like the pain tolerance to deal with it, but I did it myself because the urgent care was going to charge me $400 to take out some stitches and a drain that I could do myself. So I was like, no. I drained everything out, and it wasn't hard to do. You just got a little scissors, clip the stitches off from around you, pull them out with some tweezers, and your drainage hole, it closed up on its own over time. What else I did? Oh, one mistake I did is I worked out too soon. I was fine like 6 weeks for healing for a tummy tuck. I was good by 6 weeks. I was standing straight up for 6 weeks. The compression garments, massages, all that help. Like, make sure you get massages, lymphatic massages. That's what they're called. If you know somebody in your state that has like the contouring equipment or one of those services, do that. That is important key to your tummy tuck recovery. That is going to help shape your body. That's going to help with your fluid. That's going to help with keeping you from not being swollen. And then getting great compression garments, and getting compression garments every time you get smaller. Don't keep wearing the same loose ass garment because you don't want to spend no money. Like, if you're gonna do this surgery, you're gonna have to invest in your body. So where you got to keep buying those compression garments. Them compression garments can range from anywhere from like 60 to up, okay? And you want to make sure that you get the ones that's comfortable and that's smaller than your body. Okay, so it's no joke. Like, the recovery, like the surgery is the easiest part, to be honest. I know people be scared to go under the knife, stuff like that, but that is the easiest part, is having the surgery. Okay? In my opinion. Because the real shit happens after that. Because you do not get off that table snatched. I promise you, you don't. You get off that table looking bigger than what you went on the table. And you be like, and it's a little disturbing. It's discouraging, because you be like, well, damn, like why I ain't got no body yet? But it takes time. You have to heal. Your body just went through a major trauma, so your body has to heal, and your results will come gradually. You know, not slow, not really slow. You're gonna see a difference after the swelling goes down, for sure. You're gonna see a difference, but it takes time, and you have to do those compression garments, and you have to do those massages. And even though massages is not like recommend, you don't have to, but I recommend you do those, because that's really gonna make or break your surgery. So like I said, it was 6 weeks. I started to work out too soon. I developed a I can't even think of the name right now. It's like a fat knot. I think that's what it's called. Like right into my back. And even though I felt fine, my body and the inside was still recovering. So and I wasn't even doing nothing heavy. I was just like running and doing light weights. But I developed a knot in my back, and it was from loose fat, I guess. I want to say it's called a fat knot. And it's from loose fat that got clogged together, and it became like a rock, and it was visible in my back, and you can feel it. And one day I was like, what the hell is this knot? It was swollen right there. It was it didn't hurt, but it was itchy. And it was underneath my skin. So for that, I went to a plastic surgery, a doctor in my state, which I'm in Texas, in Houston, and had them look at it. So that was an extra fee. And they told me what it was. But I think he told me it was a fat knot, and he said that it will go away on its own time. It's just from you doing too much stuff too soon. So he was like, you can massage it. You can go get the calibrations, which is like when you go to like these body sculpting places, and they use the little wave stuff on your stomach, the little, not radiation, but the little, I can't even think of that neither. God damn, my brain is today. But y'all know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up calibrations. If I find a picture or name, I will make sure I put it in this video. But it's another way it's a non-invasive lipo. It's those people. Non-invasive lipo, and they use like this machine on you to melt fat underneath your skin, and then they have other machines to tighten your skin. So I went to one of those places, so where they can put a suction cup on there to break up the fat. But I had to get a doctor's note from the plastic surgeon saying that it was okay for them to do that, and I did that for maybe like 4 weeks, going twice a week, and just for me massaging it on my own at home. And then after 4 weeks, one day it was just gone. That was like the most happiest day of my life. It was just gone. I was like, because I would have a habit of just touching it, and I just touched it, the same area, and I was like, what the hell? It's gone. Like, I was so happy because the swelling went down, my back, everything just went away after that, broke up and went away. So that's another thing. Do not, I'm gonna say wait at least 3 months before you start working out. Even though 6 weeks and you be like, oh, I'm fine. Just wait at least 3 to 4 months before you start working out, or just doing light exercises, because your body, even though the outside of you is fine, the inside of you is still going under construction. Also, another part is your nerves connecting back. Okay, like it's a little shock that you're gonna feel, like when your nerves are connecting back to each other, because with tummy tuck they cut off skin, they cutting away your bad skin and pulling down your good skin. So your nerves and everything got to reconnect. Even to this day, and it's 4 years later, I really can't feel sensation underneath my belly button. Like I can feel it now. I'm up here rubbing my belly like I can see. I can feel it, but not as if I could feel up here. Like it's like light sensation. And even me, I even try to get my belly button pierced. And I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my belly button too, because it came out good too. Because I know a lot of people be worried about their belly button. I even tried to get my belly button pierced and it died. Like it fell off. Like it literally fell off. And you like, how your belly button fall off? Like not my belly button, but the piercing where I got it done. The skin, the graft of the skin where they did it at, it just didn't survive the piercing, and I just took it out for my skin tour. I took it off because it wouldn't heal correctly. It just didn't do right or whatever. So, but my skin healed back up or whatever. But I never really tried to get my belly button pierced, because it was like, if you had a tummy tuck, it may not last because the blood flow of your skin, maybe, all these different reasons why they say you shouldn't get a piercing after your tummy tuck. But if you got your belly button pierced after your tummy tuck, please leave a comment, let me know, because I really want my belly button pierced, but I think it's gonna die again and fall off. But that's neither here or there. Let me see. The experience when I got down there in Mexico, it was very cool. It was in a medical district, so I wasn't in like any crazy areas or anything like that. Everybody was nice. They did have English speaking nurses, like fluent English speaking nurses. So anything you need to ask the doctor, and they explain to you. And he spoke like, when I say little English, like he can make a little big booty joke or whatever, but that was about it. But he was very nice, and I don't know, like I feel like I have a high pain tolerance, so my pain level, your pain level might not be the same. But if you ever had kids and you had a C-section, I never had a C-section, but I can only imagine this is how it feels. Like a tummy tuck, pretty much, but just with a bigger scar, pretty much. That's the best way I could describe it. It's like a C-section with a bigger scar. And the BBL wasn't bad neither. Like, that wasn't bad neither at all. You just want to make sure that you don't flatten your booty before time. Like, you make sure you get your birthing pillow, like the little baby pillow you use for birthing, not birthing, for breastfeeding pillow, because that's what you need to sit on. Keep your booty plump, keep your garment on, and get a garment that's gonna accommodate your butt if you're getting a BBL, not one that's gonna flatten it out. You want one that's gonna keep it plump, because that's important too. Because what's the point of getting a BBL if you're gonna let it get back flat before your fat attaches to your body? And with my BBL too, my second round, I had got some taken out because I didn't have a back. Like my back was short. Like I'm tall, I'm 5'9", so I wanted like a slope, but my back was like short. Then bam, it was a big ass booty. Like my booty was sitting on my back, and I didn't like that at all, because it's like I felt like it was just too much ass. I know you can never have too much ass, but you can have too much ass. Okay, it was too much ass. So my second round, I got them to take some of the booty out to make a slope, and to take some more fat out and put it. They didn't put none in my hips, but they just took the fat out and just shake me out a little bit more. Because the doctor was like, "You're already curvy. You don't need to be no more curvy." And I'm just like, in my mind, I want to be this little waist and this, that. But also too, I know with surgery, everybody have these wish pictures, And sometimes we pick wish pictures that has no identical match to our body frame at all. Okay, some of you girls be picking, you be built like, and no offense, you be built like a refrigerator, but you want to look like somebody that's this little itty bitty waist and these little bitty arms and shit like that's not your body frame. Like, pick a person that's your body frame. Okay, that's your height. That's you can't really go off the weight, but you can go off their height and how their body shape is, and their body structure is. Pick someone that's close to you so you can get a better idea of what you may look like once you get off the table. If you lose weight beforehand, your results will be even much better versus you going and just being big when some doctors won't even operate on you if your BMI is over what it's supposed to be. They won't even operate on you. But when you go to these little rinky-dink doctors that will, you might not come out the table being as small as you thought you was going to be. So also take that in consideration too, that you pick someone for your wish pictures that's more compatible to your body frame so you can get a better idea of what you want to look like. Because I know in my mind at that time, I want this little bitty ass waist, which my body frame is not going to allow me to have. Like, I got too many bones. Like, I don't know. I know some girls take ribs out, and I ain't doing all that extra. That's just dangerous. And some girls have longer torsos than other girls, so their stomach appears to be smaller because their torso is longer, so their rib cage sit up higher. Like, that's for me. My legs are long, but my torso is short, so my rib cage sits down lower, so my waist can only go in so far. Like, it's just I'm just built broadly. Like, I have broad shoulders. I have my legs always been skinny. I mean, I should have put some fat in my damn legs. My legs always been skinny. Even when I was heavier, I had skinny legs or whatever. But my hips, my shoulders, my boobs, my everything, I'm just a big girl. I guess you could say I'm a BBW, I guess, because I'm 245 right now. But I don't look like I'm 245, but I'm 245. And even when I was size 200, I still was a big girl. I was just a slender big girl, if that makes sense. So, yes, please pick somebody that's compatible to you. All right, so we talked about why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to have a flat stomach, and also how I got my abs. Now they had to sew my abdomen muscles back together, okay, because they were separated from having kids. So they did that. So now when I work out and I lose weight, you can see my abs, which I totally love. Right now, I got this quarantine weight. You can't see it. So I'm going to put a picture from when I was working out, and you can see my abs, okay? And that's also key, too. Like, I know people, they get this surgery, they go through the recovery part, and then bam, they're back big again. Like, I know people like that, and they're doing it all over again. They're getting surgery all over again because they didn't do right the first time. Surgery it could be a permanent fix, because I know with your tummy tuck, your stomach stays flat at the bottom. At the top, where you didn't have the tummy tuck, that could get big. For me, when I gain weight, I get wider. Like, my back gets more back rolls. My stomach remains flat, but I look poofy. I get wide. My ass get bigger. My hips get bigger. My arms get bigger. But because of the way I'm shaped, I just look like a BBW, because my stomach is still flat, but everything else voluptuous. There we go. It's voluptuous. So, and as I get smaller, everything gets smaller, but for some reason my ass stay the same. Like, it get a little more toner, but that don't never go nowhere with the BBW. So you just want to make sure that you do right by your surgery. Don't spend all this money on yourself just for you to go back to your old eating habits, your old ways, not caring for your body. Like, because you will gain that weight back. If you don't get a tummy tuck and you just get lipo, that's temporary. Like, the lipo, yeah, it takes your fat out, but that shit comes back. Like, it comes back, and it don't come back as if I know for me, it didn't come back as if it did before I was big. Like I noticed, like when I get bigger, my fat comes back differently. It comes back more shapy instead of sloppy. If that make any sense, but it comes back, and I be like, ooh, no, I'm getting big. Like I need to stop eating. I need to go work out. I need to get back on my diet plan. Like I need to do all that because the fat does come back with lipo. Why you think people get liposuction multiple times? And I'll tell you this about lipo. I would get a tummy tuck every time before lipo. Lipo is a beast by its own self. Okay, and I have a high pain tolerance, and that shit had me on my ass. The massages was paid. The first 5 massages, because the lady I went to, I put her information for Houston people in the video too. The lady I went to, she charges. I paid $750 for 10 massages. The first 5 massages, oh, I was in tears. I like her, just the simplest touch to your area, wherever you got lipo, it's painful as hell. It's like your body is burned from the inside, and she's touching you because she has to massage your body. She has to massage the fluid out. She has to the bubbles and everything you got in your body. She's massaging it. She's shaping it. She's using wood on you. She's using vacuums on you. I cried like a little baby. That first, I cried, I screamed, everything, and she was like, "This is what we gotta do. You gotta take it. It's okay." She let you cry. She let you scream. You can do all that, but she gotta do it because it's a part of your healing process. So, also make sure you have support when you go through this, because there's gonna be days where you be like, why the hell did I do this to myself? But I promise you, I do not regret my tummy tuck at all. I don't regret my tummy tuck at all. I don't regret my BBL. Also, I will say, make sure you're mentally prepared, because the way you will look, if your surgery comes out good, it's gonna attract the wrong type of men. I do get that. You're gonna have females jealous of you. So all that, as long as your mental stage is good, that just comes with the territory. Even if you didn't even get plastic surgery and you got a banging ass body naturally, you're gonna get attracted to the wrong type of men gonna be attracted to you, and all that too. So it just comes with the territory. So make sure you're mentally prepared for that as well, and make sure you work on yourself before you do it. Because I know for me, even though I wanted to get it done, some days after I got it done, I still see the fat girl in the mirror, and that just showed me that I needed to work on me mentally and inside of here, because on the outside I look great, but for some reason I would still see the fat girl. And even before my tummy tuck, just losing weight on my own, I would still see that fat girl in the mirror. So make sure you do like a self-check, because you don't want to get in the habit of doing all these surgeries and still be unhappy, because surgeries cost a lot of money and it costs a lot of time for recovery, and it's just a lot of stress on your body. You can also go to realself.com and create an account. This is a website that has regular people on there that's posting experience of their surgeons, of their surgeries, what they got done, and it's just regular people putting the information. So if you want to learn about a doctor, you can probably type the doctor name in there. If you want to see people's results and where they went, all that is in the website, and it's free. It's called realself.com. Also, if you don't have support, your family's not for you, get into Facebook groups. They have support groups on Facebook. Oh, 4 years later, I still look bomb as shit. I'm a little bigger, but I still look nice. All I do is work out. Like, I maintain my stomach and my butt and everything else. If I lose like 40 pounds, I put a picture when I was 200 pounds. I look toned. I still look good, and I still don't regret my tummy tuck. And if I'm for it, like, if you want to get it done, do that shit. Like, save your money, do your research, and get your body done. But if you do something that makes you happy, now if you just doing surgery where you just going all out the way, your ass is 20 times bigger than what it's supposed to be, like, I feel like that's unnecessary. But hey, it's your body. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. but I wanted to look as natural as possible, and I do. And I still work out. I still eat bad. I eat good. Like, I'm human. Um, and I'm very open and transparent about the surgery I had. I have women reach out to me, want to know the doctor, stuff like that, because I don't look bad. Like, I look natural. Like, if like I was born with a big ass booty and a little bitty ass waist. But nope, I paid for it, and I don't regret doing it, and I'm not ashamed that I did it. And if anybody asks, I'll tell you. All you gotta do is ask. But until then, if you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll be glad to answer them. All right, bye. To the next video.